If you're fresh out of school and you already have a job, believe me, my dear, you're one of the very few lucky ones. The competition is crazy out there, and you should do everything within your power to keep that job, especially if it's a good one. In the course of my career journey, I've made some mistakes and I've lost opportunities, I've lost relationships, and I've lost positions. In some instances, I was able to retrace my steps, but in some other situations, I had to pay the hard way. So, in case you're just beginning your career journey, or say you have between 1 to 3 years experience, I'll say, let me work with you. Let me hold your hands. Let's go on this journey together. And in case you're wondering, who is she? My name is Bironke Okumade, and I have over 12 years experience in the field of human resources. And like I said earlier on, I've made some mistakes in my career journey, but I'm not ashamed to share these experiences with you. And that's because I know that you will learn from my experience as you begin your own career journey. Apart from the technical skills which we all enter the world of work with, equally of importance are what I've classified as the little foxes that spoil the vine, otherwise known as the soft skills. Let me paint a typical scenario of how the lack of one of these skills can make anyone look incompetent on the job. So you resumed your first job, very eager to please your line manager. You took your first instruction, but because you did not pay careful attention while your manager was speaking, you omitted a valuable information he needed you to include in your report. You submitted the report thinking, wow, I've done an excellent job. And let me tell you what will happen. For the first time, your line manager will give you the benefit of a doubt that indeed you have made a genuine mistake. But if this persists time after time, you'll be labeled. You'll be labeled as someone who doesn't listen. You'll be labeled as someone who doesn't pay attention to details. Okay, so please give me 2 seconds and I'll be with you. And so today, we'll be looking at the effect of active listening on workplace productivity. Yeah, I'm excited. I won't particularly say that this is the number one soft skills every fresh graduate entering the world of work should possess, but I can categorically say that it's one of the soft skills that will help you achieve effective productivity on the job. How? Just follow me. Most of us are not active listeners, and because nobody has ever penalized us, we have come to accept our deficiencies as norm. But guess what? As we begin this new journey, now is the time to deal with those little demons before they deal with you. Okay, so now that we've been able to establish that active listening skills is important to building a successful career, let's explore some of the ways in which we can become better listeners. The number one thing is to avoid what I called listening anxiety. Yes, listening anxiety. And that's the fear that you might not be able to fully understand, comprehend, or process what is being said because of a person that is saying it. And yes, I had it. I had it very early in my career as an HR analyst. And maybe because I thought that my supervisor was just too intelligent and out of this world. And whenever I sat in front of her for instruction or for directive, I always had a conversation within me. And some of the conversation will go like this: Ibironke, this lady is too intelligent. Will you ever be able to satisfy her? Will you be able to understand what she's about to say? And in the process, I lost valuable information because it is not possible for you to have an internal dialogue within you while listening to somebody else and still fully be able to comprehend what the person said. So in the process, I lost a lot of information. So if you ask me, how did I deal with it? At a point, I had to tell myself that she's only human. And I had to tell myself that if you don't care, you know what? Just calm down. Maybe you will get 80% of what she's saying. Okay, so another thing that will help you become a better listener or an active listener is to stop daydreaming. Yes, stop daydreaming while you're supposed to be listening. Shut down all the internal voices. You know that internal voice that will tell you, I like her earring. I wish I can have it. Try to give the speaker your full concentration. Stop all the internal dialogue. Do not assume. Do not assume that you know what the speaker is about to say. Do not jump into conclusion. Another thing that you can do to become a better listener or an active listener is to ask clarifying questions to ensure that you've gotten the correct and complete message. And please, by all means, please use open-ended questions as against closed-ended questions. I understand that you're not happy with my report, sir. What are the changes that you want me to make? You can also you can also summarize the entire conversation to ensure that you've gotten the direction in which you're supposed to go. Uh, you want me to redo the entire report using the template that was adopted at the last strategy session, sir. You also want the report to reflect the present reality in the sales unit as against last quarter's projection. Okay, so on this note, we've come to the end of this session on active listening. Once again, my name is Veronica Ogumade, and like I always say, keep pushing until you get what you want and keep learning until you get your desired result.